Hello and welcome to Morning Tea. I'm your host K. Ross Newland. This is a chamomile with a little bit of artificial sweetener and some creamer. And it's kind of a plain thing. I think I liked it better when I accidentally put the French vanilla creamer in it. So, morning tea is about talking about things that are important and things that aren't important. And I thought this morning I might discuss minimum wage. That is such a raging question that's going on around in America today, increasing the minimum wage. There are issues about that, none of which have anything to do with improving buying power of people who are going to get an increase of minimum wage, because that will not happen. Most of the money that a person makes off of their first minimum wage job is covered by the standard deduction for taxes. But all this raise that you're going to get, that is all going to be taxed 100% of the tax rate. Right there, you're going to lose buying power. The price of everything will go up because the cost of everything goes up. It's not just the cost of the person frying the burger. It's also the cost of the person who packaged the burger and sent it there, the person who goes through all of the process with making the bread and putting the potatoes together. Everybody gets the minimum wage, and so all of those costs go into everything. The thing that no one ever talks about, I mean, I literally have not heard anybody talk about with minimum wage, is how it affects people who are just struggling to get by on a tiny Social Security check. They are going to lose 30-40% of their buying power. My mother is one of those people, and she will probably reach a point where she's going to have to decide. Do I want to buy food, or do I want to have a place to live? Minimum wage literally does nothing for the person who gets an increase in minimum wage. What it does do, however, the government doesn't want you to know this, but what it does do, it increases tax revenue. They get twice as much in tax revenue without actually having to raise taxes. It's the most exciting thing that can ever happen to a tax and spend government, is increasing the minimum wage. We have 19 states now that increase the minimum wage. Guess what? California, all of the socialist states, all of the states who have people embracing socialism, the states that are getting more and more impoverished, the states that are suffering the more and more, they increase the minimum wage. And you know what's going to wind up happening? The same thing's going to happen that happened when we started with NAFTA. All of the jobs that we have in America going to Mexico because it's cheaper to do, guess what? All of those states that just increase the cost of doing business, that business is going to go to these other states. I'll tell you something else. If you go to France, McDonald's over there are all automated. They have 2 or 3 employees in each McDonald's. All the rest, it's a kiosk. You make your order, they fix it, it comes out on a conveyor belt. You don't even have to have employees in McDonald's at fast food places anymore. Because guess what? It's cheaper. It's a whole lot cheaper to buy a computerized system that will run for 15 or 20 years than to pay a lot higher wage to unskilled labor. Why in the world anybody who flips a burger for a living thinks they should get more money than minimum wage already was? I don't even know. I don't know how that you figure that you actually deserve and have earned a higher wage. Because I know you don't think so. I know that you think you just deserve it. It's like getting the trophy for just competing. Because you're a human being and you have a job, you think you deserve to get paid a certain amount. You should have certain things. Well, you know what? I've been poor my whole life. I've lived off of less than $5,000 a year. I've spent a couple of years living in a warehouse. I have been the quintessential undercapitalized entrepreneur, and I know exactly what raising minimum wage does to entrepreneurism. That's a whole nother story. And you know what? I never thought I deserved anything I didn't earn. And so consequently, I don't think you deserve anything you didn't earn. This is Morning Tea. My name is K. Ross Newland, and you have a wonderful day.